Your Life and Sex Island, Chapter 6, The Life and Sex Island, page 185. We are relating a little fairy tale here. We are looking at a little island. This is our life and sex island. The only source of water was always a pure artesian well that pours onto the beach and into the ocean. This was always the free spring water for 2 or 3 dozen little families living together peacefully here. Trader Mac has just taken over the free spring water and now charges for that water. The islanders had always bartered with each other for trade, but they have just started to use certain colored rocks for money. Trader Mac realized that some people just didn't understand how things worked, so he started truth fountains. The first he called the Really Analytical, Not Dumb, Coming on Right Policies, or the acronym RAND Corp. Their job was to tell the truth. They, of course, had the infallible guidance of Trader Mac to enlighten them to the right course, the course of truth. But they were absolutely free to make up their own minds on any subject, just as a Catholic novice priest is free to make up his own mind regarding faith and morals. With all of this envy, Trader Mac had a lot of expenses. He had to hire the people mentioned before, of course, water merchants and water police, but he also had to fight that terrible, green-eyed monster, envy, class envy. So he hired truth fountain poets to sing his praises, enforcers to punish anyone who doubted his rights, his water rights, to the free spring water. He was a genius, obviously a genius. Listen to the truth fountain poets. They all agree. Trader Mac is a genius. Everyone says so. Trader Mac is a genius. He's got a super penis. If you want his water, you gotta sell your daughter. Another truth fountain poet wrote, Trader Mac fills all our needs. He makes all the plants and seeds. We know he's so goddamn smart, it goes way beyond an art. The cycle. Expenses up, collect more rocks. More expenses, more products to collect more rocks. You want to be safe at night now? You gotta pay Trader Mac for the night enforcers. You want to feed your family if you die? You gotta pay Trader Mac for life insurance. But if you die and you can't pay, you obviously can't collect. No pay, no collect. Simple. Same with accident, storm, health, and act of God insurance. But now, fewer people were actually digging potatoes and digging clams. And the people who weren't digging had just as many rocks, working for Trader Mac, as the people who were digging. They had even more. They were more than even. Some people became discouraged. Mike, for example, spent the whole day gathering coconuts, and at the end of the day he was thirsty. He sold all of his coconuts for 20 rocks. That was more than he usually got. He bought 2 half shells of water and only had 10 rocks remaining. The price of water had gone up, the free spring water. For those 10 rocks, he only got half a mahi-mahi to feed his whole family. Mahi-mahi had gone up too. He tried to get a job with Trader Mac, but he had no experience guarding or selling water, the free spring water. He had to buy water, the free spring water, every day. He had to feed his family. He was desperate. He had an old woven rush boat, so he decided he and his oldest son would try fishing. The boat was so slow that it took most of the day to go back and forth to the fishing reef. And one day his basket of fish tipped and he lost most of his harvest. He needed one of the better, faster carved lava boats. Wow! The price of those had sure gone up. How could he buy one when he could not accumulate many rocks? He went to Trader Mac and begged for a pile of rocks to buy a boat. Trader Mac said, sure, I will give you a pile of rocks big enough for you to buy a carved lava boat. Then he revealed the catch. Catch number 1. When the sun has risen 300 times, You give him back a pile and a tenth. Mike was pretty sure he could do it. Besides, what choice did he have? None. He went to buy the boat, and the price had gone up again. But with the pile he had gotten from Trader Mac and a few rocks he begged from his old uncle, he was able to buy the boat. He fished successfully for a few days, and then, to his surprise, his neighbor offered to give him a pile and a half of rocks, plus 3 malarkey bird tail feathers for his boat. He took the deal. The next day he went and bought another boat, but it cost him a pile and a half. The price of boats had gone up again. Mike was still ahead by 3 malarkey bird tail feathers. The next day he didn't fish or gather coconuts. He went all over the island looking for boats. He made deal after deal. He would strike an agreement with someone and then run to Trader Mac for the necessary pile of rocks to pay. Busy sunrise, and a busy 10 sunrises. Then a busy 20 sunrises, and he wasn't the only one. Wow, the plot thickens. Stay tuned, I'll be back. Purchase the book by clicking the link in the description below.